What's
Sir,
up, Raider Nation? Shout out to
what's
everyone in the
good?
chat, even though we got zero people. But it's okay. We're going to
Yeah,
get more people up in here.
communicate.
Shout out to our man, Garrett. Man, he's over here
True
impatient.
supporter,
Telling
true
us to
supporter.
hurry up.
W.
Bro, Garrett, get in this
He's
chat, man.
excited. He's
Share the link.
excited.
He's excited. Shout out to all the Raider Boricuas out there. Shout out to I feel like we got more Hispanics on our in our fan base. I mean, we're diverse actually in our fan base, bro. We got
Yeah, we got
everyone
everything.
from everywhere. We got people from
We
I
got
know New
Australia,
Zealand, bro.
bro.
Bro, that London game that we had in 2019 against the Bears, like
Hmm.
even though there was a lot of Bears fans there, I feel like Raider Nation travels well. So Raider
Facts.
Nation is worldwide,
Because it's
bro. Hit the
cheaper.
like button if you are new here. Hit that subscribe button so you guys could
Smash
just
them. I'm
hey,
going.
you guys can follow all things Raiders with us. Me, Exacting Raider, and your boy Natural Nate. We love to give you guys the breakdown of everything that's going on with Raiders football. And hit that bell so you can get notified when we go live or we drop a new video so you can be
Make
one of
sure
the
you do
first
that.
ones
Yeah.
in. So Nate, how you been, bro? What's new? We went live,
Uh,
we went live Tuesday. A little short live, but how you been?
been kind of chilling. Getting ready for college. You feel me? Looking at all these new Raiders news that we were about to unpack for y'all today.
For real. It's a
Um,
lot too. It's a
yeah,
lot.
it's a lot. Probably every single thing. Garrett has no idea what we're talking about. He's a Niners fan, but we're
For real.
still gonna give the info. You feel
Yeah,
me?
no, he already knows, bro. We got a lot of like Niner Raider trash talk in this live between us and Garrett.
Hmm.
But we're gonna start. We're gonna start with it. Tuesday. We gave our preview of who we think is gonna get cut,
Yeah,
and I believe the only
I
guy that
think we
got
got
cut
one
that we knew
right.
was Nate Brooks. That was the only guy
Yeah,
that we called.
yeah,
Um, the other four is surprising. So
yeah.
the
We didn't.
Raiders, they cut wide receiver Demarcus Robinson, defensive tackle Vernon Butler, two potential starters that we thought were going to be starters.
Hmm.
They waived defensive end Jared Green and tackle Tyron Wheatley Jr.
That
Nate,
sucks.
I mean, the obvious one, I think the two we have to talk about is Demarcus Robinson and Vernon Butler. Like I said, those guys, they were projected to be in the starting lineup. Of course, with Demarcus Robinson, he was more like a wide receiver three to be on the
Yeah,
outside with Devontae Adams, and then Renfro on the slot. Everyone thought Demarcus would make this team, but there was one guy, and it's the one guy that me and you watch, wasted talent,
yeah.
that was like Demarcus Robinson ain't making this team. And everybody was getting on his head, even including me. Man, I'm in the chat like, bro, you crazy. DeMarcus not making this team. But he didn't make the team. He got cut in the first round of cuts. Nate, when the news came out that he got cut, I mean, what was your reaction to it?
It was just totally shocking. Like, I really like. I was one of the ones that really thought like he was a Super Bowl. He came from a Super Bowl team, and I didn't really think that he was gonna go so fast. Like, but yeah, I was shocked. It's kind of sad.
I mean, with that being said, now we have a wide receiver room that, of course, people are like, well, now you don't have that big body. Well, Devontae Adams is going to be that big body. Like we know, he's going to be that number one receiver. That it's going to be a 730. It's going to be a 730 ball for him. Like he's going to be that guy to be that big body. What the Raiders are looking for isn't a big body receiver. They're looking for a fast receiver, a speed receiver that can take the top off on those defenses. So now that brings to the point, because we also in our live Tuesday, if you guys haven't checked it out, go check it out.
Yeah.
In our live Tuesday, we talked about DJ Turner, potentially being wide receiver four, and we broke it down. And that was before the cuts happened.
Yeah.
Now, Nate, now that Robinson isn't on the team, is there a spot for DJ?
Oh, there's most definitely, bro. At this point, everybody's looking at DJ right now. In my eyes, I think he's gonna be over Stoner. He's gonna be over. I feel like it'll be
Here's
iffy
the guys
between.
behind. Here's the guys behind Adams and Renfro. It's Keelan Cole, DJ Turner, Tyron Johnson, the VC guy
Yeah, I
from
think.
that we got from the USFL. and then Stoner.
Yeah,
It's really Keelan Cole. I think you said it on Tuesday. Keelan Cole is wide receiver 3 as of now. He's the
yeah.
depth on the depth chart. He's wide receiver 3, back to the back of Renfro and Adams. So, do you think so? I mean, it's not like Cole hasn't played. If
Hmm.
I feel like if DJ keeps balling off like this, he might be taking that wide receiver 3 spot.
Yeah, and he's already like competing between Tyron Johnson and him. Like people are looking at him like they both got touches. They both look decent, but DJ Turner obviously looked better with the touchdown pass and
Yeah,
everything.
and I
But
mean he had.
I
I
feel
mean,
like
and he
he's
had.
on his way up there.
Yeah, and he has speed. He
Yeah.
has the speed to, like I said, to take that top off the defense. I mean, we've seen it on a 36-yard touchdown of what speed can do.
Mhm.
And especially that's not even pairing him with the starters. That's not having Derek throw it to him, having Adams,
Yeah.
open it up downfield for him, or even Renfro opening it up. I mean, there's so many factors that play into a guy like DJ Turner with that speed, putting him in an offense with so many of these weapons, these superstars. What he could do. Like I think you said it Tuesday. I mean, could he be a Tyreek Hill? Could he be our Tyreek Hill? I mean, it
Mhm.
sucks because who was supposed to be our Tyreek Hill, and he's spending some time in jail.
Yeah.
It sucks. So but it's never too late. I don't think, of course, no one can be Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is Tyreek Hill in his own category. But can they do some? Can McDaniels do some with DJ Turner? I could believe that. I mean, I believe he'll do the same thing with Tyron. He'll do it with Keelan. What's good about these cuts, though? I mean, of course, we as fans would probably be unhappy, but they know, of course, know more than us. But what's good about these cuts is that it's gonna give more opportunities for people trying to fight for a roster spot. So,
Yeah.
like, look at a DJ Turner, look at a Tyron Johnson that are fighting for roster spots. They're gonna get more opportunities, and even uh freaking
That one guy.
yeah. I
Mhm.
his name is drawing a blank, but and it's the reason why he's drawing a blank is because he played like 2 snaps last
Yeah.
week. Like I'm
It'd
like,
be
bro,
like
that's
that sometimes.
I felt bad for him. I'm like, bro, homeboy needs to like get some more. Bro, we only have one game today, and that's crazy.
Oh,
Um,
oh yeah. The
yeah, we
game
have a
is
preseason game today. It's the
that
Bears
boy
at
Seth.
at
That boy came in
Seattle.
like, look at this. He came in set. He came in 7 minutes late, saying finally.
Yeah, bro, you can't go from this. He can't go from this 2 minutes before the live to 10 minutes later saying this.
Bruh, I'm weak.
Like,
This
like,
boy,
bro, like you
this
can't.
boy.
So Zuber. There we go. Isaiah Zuber. That's what
Mhm.
I'm thinking of. So as of now, I mean, he's behind Dylan Stoner and Tyron Johnson. Oh, we got Matt Collins, bro. I keep forgetting, bro. We got Matt Collins.
Oh
I
yeah.
keep forgetting that we got Matt Collins.
Oh, he's also
So
looking pretty good
he's
too.
looking at the wide receiver 3 spot too. So really, it's down to Tyron Johnson and DJ Turner fighting for the spot, even with Zuber, even with Garrett's favorite player, Dylan Stoner, because he likes to get stoned.
Nah.
There's for I how many wide receivers do you think they're carrying? I think they're gonna carry 5 or 6.
Yeah, I'd
They
say
gotta
I'd
they
say
gotta
five.
carry a lot of wide receivers,
I
especially for the packages that I think Josh McDaniels wants to draw up. He's gonna need like 5, 6 wide receivers on his roster.
yeah.
And then in other news, they did have practice yesterday, and this is
Mhm.
great news, everybody. We have defensive tackle Jonathan Hankins. We got Trayvon Mullen, Bilal Nichols, wide receiver Dylan Stoner, all passed their physicals, and they returned to
That's a dub.
practice and got off of the pup list. So far, we have everyone practicing on the practice field. Nate, I want to talk to you about Trayvon Mullen though.
That's a
How important is coming back to practice for Trayvon Mullen?
it
And also, sorry to cut you
literally.
off. And are we possibly going to see him in the preseason?
Um, I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say I would really want to see him in the preseason because after coming he was on injury, right?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
a while too.
Yeah. He's still a good, decent cornerback. I don't want to see if anything I want to see Hobbs play a little um as a corner than rather see Mullins go out play in a corner for preseason because I feel like him being back is a big plus like for
Yeah,
the whole backfield. Like we kind of need him as like the second leader back there, you know.
yeah.
Like
No,
he's a
no, no.
leader. He's a leader.
I agree. I agree. But like they had Nate Hobbs in the preseason in the Hall of Fame game. I don't think we've seen him against the Vikings. I'm gonna rewatch that, see go more in depth of who played, what snaps, who got the majority of the snaps.
Yeah.
Um, but if coming out of camp, people are thinking, Nate Hobbs is, he's having a good camp, and obviously, he's having a good preseason. Could he take Trayvon Mullen's spot? And if that's the case, shouldn't Trayvon Mullen have a fighting chance and go out there and play some preseason games? Not saying he should go out there and play like a whole first quarter, but give him like 2 or 3 drives. See what he does out there.
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean,
Because I feel like you got to see what you have in Trayvon. And I was high on Trayvon. And after his rookie year, I was high on Trayvon. I was like, bro, this guy could be possibly our number one corner. And it seemed with the Gruden regime, they're trying to get him to be that number one corner.
yeah.
But with me, I mean, he's not making a good first impression on this new regime with McDaniels and Ziegler. I mean, he was on he went onto the injury list. He's coming back, which is like good.
Mhm.
It's a really good thing for him. But if I don't see him in the preseason, then yes, I do see him like, okay, he's a week one starter. Like he's gonna be opposite of Rockinson. Nate Hobbs is gonna be back in the slot that we're gonna see. But I wouldn't. I mean,
That
if
would be deadly though.
I think Trayvon's on the hot seat. I think Trayvon has to play a full season. And if he doesn't play a full season, I mean I feel like he's gonna be out the door. Your best
Mm.
ability is availability, as they always say.
Yeah, that's facts.
And
Ah,
then we have Jonathan Hankins out there. We got Bilal Nichols. Now, this interior defensive line, as we've seen against the Vikings, was really getting hit. Of course, we don't have our starters out there, but I believe Hankins and Nichols they make a difference. Of course, what we're seeing in the preseason, it won't be like what's to come in the regular season because we have to remember
yeah,
these are backups, and they're gonna try different things. Now, don't get me wrong, I want Sus still. I
bro,
want us to get Sus still.
bro.
I don't
I
I
want
I
so
don't
so bad,
I don't
bro.
want us to just put that under the rug.
I want
But
so bad.
if he's not gonna come here because he doesn't want to, I feel like, bro, you come here, bro,
We'll pay for your ticket.
you got a good chance to get another ring with the Raiders if you come. Because
Facts,
now you got to block Chandler, Suh, and Max.
bro.
You're gonna double. That's the thing,
And then
bro. It's like if
imagine,
he comes,
imagine,
it's just
like,
gonna open up things for him and
like
Max. All of them.
how you gonna block a Chandler, Crosby, Suh, and then a Hobbs for the blitz? How you gonna do that?
The pocket will collapse in a hurry.
2.4 seconds.
And but with everyone coming back to practice, there is one guy that will be no longer at Raiders practice, and that is because he's no longer on the team. The Raiders traded yesterday. They traded yesterday
Yes.
safety Tyree Gillespie in a surprising move, and they acquired a conditional 2024 seventh round draft pick from the Tennessee Titans in that trade. That's all they got for him.
Yeah.
So I'll
Which is
ask the same
expected.
question as I asked earlier, Nate. Your reaction to the Raiders trading Tyree Gillespie, who caused the fumble in our Hall of Fame game. He had some ups and downs last season when filling in for Levitt. filling in for Abram when he was having injuries.
Hmm.
He showed some juice there that he just needed to be coached up. But this is not a Josh McDaniels draft pick. We got to remember that.
Yeah,
This Josh
this is
McDaniels didn't pick
new
Tyree
defense.
Gillespie. Um, so Tyree
New
Gillespie is
defense.
not Josh McDaniels' guy.
Yeah,
So as much like personally for me, I got shocked because I was hoping big things for Tyree, but you know it's his second year I believe, and like I said, he didn't get drafted by Josh McDaniels. So
yeah.
and I
It's just
I
a new
feel,
defense.
and who knows what they of course they know more than us.
Yeah,
Um, a seventh round pick. I wish we would have got higher, maybe like a fifth. Maybe I would even take a sixth. But a seventh round pick. I mean, all best of luck to Tyree Gillespie though. Hopefully he balls out in Tennessee.
yeah.
That boy was showing some promise with us, and it sucks that they can't really develop him more. But what's your take on it, Nate, with Tyree Gillespie getting traded to the Titans for a seventh round pick?
Um, well, it's like something you could shave off to me. Like he needed to find he was gonna have to like find his way into this new scheme of defense, which we don't really know. And
Yeah,
what and like again, like they know more than we do. And I mean, I guess and I'm guessing like he just didn't like how he played for his new defense, you know? Like
yeah.
I mean, that's all we can say after the preseason game and
Yeah, I
so
gotta, I,
forth.
I gotta agree with. I think you hit the nail on the coffin. It's the fact it was possibly going to be hard for him to find a role, a
Yeah,
spot in this defense. Um, we have Roderick Teamer, um, we have Deron Harmon, Merrick, who's going to be those starters at safety, and then
yeah,
you have Jonathan Abram as the backup along with Teamer. So yeah, it would be hard for him, and I think the Raiders see more potential in him, and I think of course they hope the best for him, but I think they're giving him a better shot to make a roster to be like a
yeah.
starter than continuing to fight on a team that really they got the depth there, and like you said, maybe he doesn't really fit the scheme that they're working with there.
He'll probably find a good spot there that he'll actually like fit in and like maybe even start. Who knows? Imagine.
Yeah. And the news doesn't stop there, Nate. The Raiders were making moves these past 2 days.
Yeah,
With all those moves, they then
they're like
signed,
us at the horses.
bro, for real. They're just not gonna stop. They're gonna keep making moves.
Bro, fuck.
So they made a move signing defensive end, former Jets and Texans um, defensive end Jordan Jenkins, who a lot of people are saying is a steal for the Raiders.
That
That
was
he can
probably the
he can
newest
he
one.
can add some depth here.
And
I'm looking at his stats here. Um, he came in 2016 with the Jets.
mm,
In his rookie year, he played 14 games. He had 41 total sacks, 23 solo tackles, or not 41 total sacks, 41 total tackles, 23 solo tackles, 18 assisted, and he had 2.5 sacks. Um,
that's since he's been there.
no, this is his rookie year with the Jets.
Oh,
It seems in 2018, 2019, they switched him up because his numbers went down, like his tackle total went down, but his sacks went up. He went from 2.5 to 3 in 17, and then 18, 19, he has 7 sacks in 17, and then 8 in 19. But then his numbers really just dropped after that 19 COVID year. He played 12 games, had 31 total tackles, 14 solo, 17 assisted, with 2 sacks.
mm,
And then last year with the Texans, he played 11 games. He had 19 total tackles, 8 solo, 11 assisted, 2.5 sacks. Um, in his career, he's forced 7 fumbles in his career.
mm.
Um, I I like the pickup. I like the depth that we're getting at on our defensive line.
Yeah.
Because those you got we have Kuntz, and I feel like Kuntz is really the only defensive end that like we could rotate within Chandler and Max.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see where does Jordan Jenkins fit in this defense, and I mean hopefully we'll see him play against the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Get some
I'd
tape
like
on
to
him.
see him. I'd like to see pretty much all the backups, like every single one. I don't want to see one. I don't really want to see one starter, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I don't think we're gonna start our starters. Like it sucks to say, but
Yeah.
I don't think we're seeing our starters this preseason. We're gonna
Yeah.
have to wait till week one.
Smarter move, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a smart move. But is it gonna bite them in the ass? From not working together. Who knows? Who knows? I did want to share some breaking news that we had today. Some sad news. Luke Knox, who is Buffalo Bills tight end Dawson Knox's brother. He was a FIU football player. He appeared in 23 games at Mississippi
A football
before
player.
the Panthers. He died today at the age of 22. The cause they don't know, but no one suspects his foul play. It's just very sad, bro. Like young man, bro. Like I'm older than him.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy, like 22 years old, he has his life ahead of him, and you get I don't know how I
Yeah.
mean prayers
Football
out
career.
to
Yeah.
Dawson Knox, prayers out to the whole Knox family. If we could just have a moment of silence for Dawson Knox's brother, um, Luke Knox,
Yeah.
who passed away today at the age of 22. All right. Just want to pay my respects to the Knox family. Um, let's continue. What sucks is that there's still like I wanted to ask you. I want to ask you, Nate, because you played football. I want to like put yourself in these players' shoes. Like, how hard could that be? You had a family member died, and yet you still have to. I mean, of course, it's preseason, but
Uh-huh.
like say for example, this is regular season. How can you deal with that? You have a family member that passed, and you still have to like kind of prepare for a game in the sense that you're the starting tight end or you're the
Uh,
starting player. Let's say that.
to be honest, I couldn't really imagine like how hard it can like it would be. I wouldn't be able to handle it, to be honest. I would be like, I'm done for a week and then be back in like a week or so because that's really hard.
Yeah, I mean, good. It's good that it's preseason. Dawson Knox could go be with his family during this tough time. Um, I'm just
Yeah,
really
the fact that it's
unfortunate.
preseason.
Really unfortunate. Um, let's get into our preseason. We are playing
What about what?
Saturday at 5 o'clock. Kickoff. I believe it is 5 o'clock. Let me double check real quick. Let's double check here. It's at 4 o'clock actually. So Saturday at 4 o'clock at Miami. Preseason week 2. It's going to be our third game. Um, who are you interested in seeing out there? Preseason week 2 against the Dolphins.
Um, all backups. Just everybody to
Oh,
get reps.
duh.
Everybody
Like,
to just get reps, and like I just want to see how, like, I want to see, like, I know you think we're gonna start like our starting O line
I think we are because there's so many
again.
questions there at the offensive line position. Of course, you won't see Colton Miller. That's obvious.
Yeah,
But like Andre James, Lester Cotton, Alex Leatherwood, I think that this is not going to be different from last week. We are going to see the majority of our starting offensive line in possibly start the game, or even like Leatherwood. Leatherwood came in the third quarter. Like that was a shock. Like I mean, I don't know if that's a
Yeah.
knock on him. Like you're coming into the third quarter and you're supposed to be the starting right tackle or the starting right guard. Um, I know. So I know we're not going to see Miller, but I do feel we're going to see like Andre James, too. We're going to see John Simpson. I don't think actually. Now that I think about it, I don't think John Simpson played a preseason game.
I don't think I saw Leatherwood out there either.
No, Leatherwood was out there for the fourth quarter against
Oh,
the
for the fourth.
Vikings. That's what I'm saying. Like, why the fourth? Like, are you that bad? Like,
Is the
why are
fourth
they
really
putting you
with
in through
you?
the with the fourth stringers? So yeah,
Wow.
we have that
I
we
must
have
have stopped watching.
Mumford is a guy I'm highlighting because I'm hearing some good things out of camp from him.
Yeah.
He did get injured yesterday. He was limping off the field, but coaches don't think it's really too serious. They did take precautions with him though. And he exited the practice field, and I believe it was at the end of practice, so he didn't even come back to practice, of course. But that is a guy I'm highlighting. I'm seeing good things out of him, and then in the preseason game last week, he had a good couple of blocks to open up running lanes for Walters and Britton Brown. So I want to see if he could do it consistently. Back to back. I'm gonna hold this O line to a standard where they got to be consistent. Rookies or not, like they have to be consistent. I understand it's NFL; they're gonna have some hiccup games, but for the most part, can you guys be consistent? Can you guys continue opening up the running lanes? Can you guys continue being a force in the screen game? Like I don't know about you, I felt like we had two screenplays that worked, and then
Hmm.
the other one sucked. Like our offense, like we went from having a great screen game in the Hall of Fame game, and then we fast forward to the Vikings, and our screen game like was out the window. But again, it comes back to play calling. I don't think Josh McDaniels is gonna. Of course, he's not gonna call a buttload of screenplays,
Hmm.
and back to back weeks. It's preseason. It's a meaningless game. Um, what on the offensive line? Who are you highlighting? I mean, you really want to see this offensive line. I'm highlighting Munford. Who are you highlighting on the offensive line?
I want to see Cotton out there. I want to see Simpson, and then I want to see more of Parham.
Bro, Parham, bro. I want him to be on our starting lineup because
Yeah.
that man. You put Parham at right guard with Leatherwood. Leatherwood will have help on that right
Mhm.
side. Parham has been dogging people. Now, of course, these are backups. These aren't starters. These aren't like Khalil Mack. These aren't the Joey Bosa's of the world. These aren't the you know uh, Gregory. These aren't the Chubbs. Frank Clark's, Chris Jones. Because think about it, if Parham starts right guard, he's gonna have to face Chris Jones,
Hmm.
and Chris Jones is one of the best in the league at the defensive
Did
tackle
you
position.
did
Huh?
you see the news? He actually both um I think it was somebody else, and then Chris Jones got injured in practice and left practice.
Oh,
Their last practice.
let me see this real quick.
It was somebody else, and then Chris Jones. I think I saw it from Scout. Shout out Raider Scout. No
Shout
cap.
out to Raider Scout, always giving us the injury or the giving us the status. Oh, you're right. Jared McKinnon, McCole Harmon, yeah,
Michael
and
Harmon. Yeah.
Chris Jones. They're questionable for week one. Wow. Being this early in the year, I mean, or this early in the season, I mean, it's only week two. They have about 3 weeks, but to label him questionable, it makes you think like how high is that injury?
Yeah.
Um, Speaking of injuries, this reminds me, we also had Darren Waller coming back to practice Wednesday.
That's a
So
dub. Oh,
and
wait,
he
no,
did
that's not.
practice. He did practice. Like it wasn't a holding. Like he actually did practice. So with that being said, Nate, I mean, what's this mean
Love
for
to
Darren
hear.
Waller and the Raiders going forward? I mean, he's back at practice. Do you think he was dealing with the injury or was this a contract issue?
I feel like uh, Well, now that he's going back at practice, I feel like it was more of an injury on my more because like if it was like contract issues and they had like issues, then he wouldn't like come to practice in a
Yeah.
way, you
Well,
know.
he would come to practice because I
Yeah,
think
he would come.
now they can do these things called hold ins where yeah I'm at
Yeah,
practice but I mean I'm here but I don't have to practice like my
yeah,
contract states I have to be here not that I have to work, which I'm
yeah,
like, man, you son of a bitch. Like, I wish I could show up to work and still get paid and be like, hey, you just wanted me to show up. You didn't say
yeah.
I had to work. Like,
Right.
I wish I was like, man, I could just, sit. I could just sit down and be like, oh, I just want to, chillax. Because
That'd
the
be
guy
chilling.
from the Saints, Deontay Johnson, he was doing that where he showed up to Pittsburgh practice, but he didn't practice. So I'm really glad to see Darren Waller back at the practice. We need that guy out there. And like I said, guys, don't really overreact. That it's a contract dispute. I
Hmm.
know Darren Waller and the Raiders will figure something out. The Raiders have made it known that they want to get Darren Waller's priority right now. They want to get Darren Waller's contract done before Week 1 starts. So even though it's not now and it may not be tomorrow, expect some Darren Waller's news on his contract to come out in the next maybe 2 3 weeks because remember I think this, Nate, with Darren Waller's contract, I think it will be the week before our Week 1 game because after our last preseason game, it's like a bye week kind of. So I know now I feel like that's where they can now focus on his contract and not focusing on roster cuts or
Yeah,
anything like that. I mean, they still will, but they have like a whole week and a half to really talk with Darren Waller and his agent and come to an agreement. Um, I was skeptical at first because I was telling myself like, well, I hope the Raiders don't make him the highest paid tight end because, in my opinion, Darren Waller has not earned to be the highest paid tight end. Is he good? Yes. Is he a
yeah.
freak of nature? Yes. Is he one of the fastest tight ends in the league? Yes, he is.
Hmm.
Does he have the hands? Yes, he has all that. But here's the problem: he missed 7 games last year due to
Yeah,
injury, and then just now he had another injury. He was dealing with a hamstring injury. So, like I said earlier, your best ability is availability. If you're gonna pay a guy like close to 15 and a half, $16 million, well, you expect him to be out there. Right now, George Kittle is the highest paid tight end in the league. I hope Garrett you're still in here because that is your boy, George Kittle. He is the highest paid tight end in the league, making $15 million. But in my eyes, bro, George Kittle, like you got your bag because you were balling out. After you got your bag, bro, like
bro. To be honest,
you are not the top tight end in the league anymore.
I
Like,
think Debo Samuel should be the top paid tight end in the league. No
bro,
cap,
he plays the tight end position better than George Kittle.
bro. He plays the tight end position better than everybody.
Bro, Debo Samuel plays every position better than everybody on that team. That's why they try to have him at quarterback and running back and offensive line and tight end and wide receiver.
For
But I heard
real,
they're trying to get him some.
Hunter,
I heard they're trying to get him some preps at defensive end with Nick Bosa.
bro. But yeah, the one thing I'm curious about how that contract and how our salary cap would be if we were to find out how we could pay both
Well, we
Suh
have
and
24. We have like
like
between 23, $24 million in our
no
cap.
no I'm talking about like signing Suh and then paying Waller.
I think that I forgot. I think I was talking to my dad about this, and I think
Hmm.
what they should do, give him bonuses. Like, if you're not gonna make him the highest paid tight end, like in my case, if I'm not gonna make you the highest paid tight end in the league, I'm still gonna make sure you get your bag because
Yeah,
you do deserve a raise. You do deserve to get quite a bunch of money, but you were injured last year. So how about this? We'll give you bonuses. if you play this amount of games in the season, and if you do this in a game, you get like a signing bonus. Like that's what I think they should do. But do you think it's a money issue with Darren Waller? Like, I mean, he hasn't made it known that he wants to be the highest paid tight end. He hasn't really talked about his contract, which I like because then it won't stir up any more bullshit with us. Like
Yeah. No
But
Antonio Brown stuff.
could it be a money issue with Darren Waller and his contract?
I really hope not. I
No,
really
me
hope
me
not.
too, me too. If you were the GM, I mean, what are you looking at for his contract? Like, how much would you pay him? Like I said, we have $23 million in the cap. How much you looking at?
Uh, how much did he take last year or in the last contract?
Oh, he's
Oh,
only
is he?
taking like
He's
$9 million. He is not getting paid a lot of money for
um.
what we are paying him. He is not getting a lot of money.
I probably like 11.
So
Probably like
shout out
11.
to spottrack.com. According to SpotTrack, Darren Waller made his salary last year or
Mhm.
this year, he's gonna earn this year is $6,250,000 with being on the roster 343,000. Those are his bonuses. So his average salary is $7 million. He's not making a whole lot of money.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, I'd probably give him like 11.
so yeah, like last year he I give him 13. I'm like, dude, I'm doubling the money you're making.
Yeah,
13 or 14. I'm doubling
that's
the money
reasonable.
because again, what have you done to show that like you're one of the and he considers himself a top tight in the league. He can be. But when he came out with that list, even I was like, bro, what? Like, I
Yeah,
get it rooting for yourself, but you are not the top tight end in the league. I'm sorry. I
he's
have to
like
give
top
that.
five.
I have to. Yeah, he's top five. He's not number one. I'm sorry. I got to give that to our homeboy down in Kansas City, to Travis Kelsey. As much as I hate that man with the passion, and
Yeah,
people like, why do you hate him? I don't hate him because like he's a bad person or he did anything to me personally. I hate him because he's so stinking good.
yeah,
Like,
that's tough.
can someone block this man? But
He
yeah, I
just
think for me it's Travis Kelsey, Mark Andrews, Darren Waller, um, and then George Kittle. That's my top four. I can't really think who would be up there in the top five with them. I don't know why, but
uh
Mike Gesicki from the Dolphins goes up. That comes to my mind.
maybe oh Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts might be there. Well, but he's a rookie. I'm like, he had a good rookie year last year, but
Knox.
yeah,
Um
Dawson Knox is up there. There's a lot of good tight ends, but if we're like talking about like elite, I'll just probably go my top four.
who's that one
Top
from
four
the
is
Lions?
Kelsey, Andrews, Waller, and Kittle.
Yeah. That's a top four
I
right
take
there.
Waller over Kittle, and that's not hating on the Niners. It's just I haven't seen these
I
past
feel
few
like he's
years.
just
I
better.
haven't seen anything out of Kittle. Like I remember in the NFC Championship game, I had asked my dad like, "Is Kittle even playing?"
I
And
feel like he's more fit and he's more athletic too.
he,
Waller.
yeah, no, he is, and he's faster. He can. I mean, this boy can run the entire route tree, which is
Yeah.
crazy for a tight end. But no, like with Kittle, I think for him it was just he wasn't getting targeted. Of course, I can't knock it on him, but at the same time, I can because he ain't throwing you the ball because you probably ain't getting open.
Yeah. It's probably just Debo
But
Samuel.
yeah, that's Darren Waller's contract breakdown. He's due to make $6 million next season. Um, I do believe he deserves a raise, but at least I say if you're in the Raiders standpoint, you you pay the man like you double it. You pay the man 13, 14 million.
I'll be
Um,
so happy with
now
6 mil.
my thing is if he does get signed to 15, 16 mil, I won't be mad either with that. I won't be mad if the Raiders make him the highest paid tight end, because in the long run, it's going to be cheap, because then contracts like Kelsey's then going to want 17, Andrew's going to want 18. They're always going to try to one up each other. I mean, bro,
Yeah,
Devontae Adams was the highest paid wide receiver for like 4 days,
yeah. And then
and then
freaking Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill got the bag. These other receivers got the bag. I think McLaurin got it too. Um, they all got the bag, but Devontae set that standard at wide receiver to get 29. Now 30 million for a wide receiver. My goodness, bro.
Bro.
Hold on. I gotta look at Deebo Samuel's contract, because if
Bro,
they
did
do
you
this
see this,
man,
bro?
if they do
Did you
this
see?
man dirty,
Did you see LeBron's paycheck?
I did not.
He signed a 2-year, $90 million, bro. You know how much that is a year? 45.
Damn. Then again, LeBron deserves it. So,
I would love
all right,
45 a mil.
all right, Garrett. Your Niners are not assholes all the time. They actually did. They're paying Deebo Samuel the money he deserves. They signed Deebo Samuel to a 3-year, $71.55 million deal that contained a whopping $58.1 million in guarantees. Bro, homeboy could blow out his ACL week 1, and the Niners are paying him $58 million to sit on the sideline.
Bro.
Like, damn. I mean, hey, I don't wish an injury on anybody. I'm just saying it's the NFL. Anything can happen. You
Bro.
don't wish injuries on people, but damn, bro. I mean, he deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
He deserves it. The only reason we brought that up is because we're talking about Darren Waller's contract dispute. We're not talking Niners football. We are not talking Niners football. We are talking Darren Waller's contract right now,
Mm-hmm.
and what we think he should be getting around. What is the holdup with his contract? Now, Nate, enough of Darren Waller. Like I said, we got a preseason game, week 2 against the Dolphins. We said the offensive line. We're looking at that. I'm looking towards the interior of the defensive line now. Now that we talked about our offensive line, I really believe our trenches is where we have the question marks at. I like our linebackers. I like our secondary. I like our I love everything but the trenches with the defensive
Yeah.
line and the offensive line. We got freaking ran through faster than we ran through that team on Call of Duty the other day in Search and Destroy.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders defense got ran through faster than that. All second quarter and third quarter and fourth quarter. Like I said, if the Vikings had the lead the entire game, we would have lost because we could not stop the run at all.
We made them looking like Alvin Kamara on freaking
Bro,
Thanksgiving,
facts,
bro.
bro. I
That
didn't even
six
know that, man.
six touchdown, bro.
He unleashed his freaking dreadlock powers, bro, and was like, I'm running right through you guys. But other than if you're to highlight one player from our defensive line, look at our defensive line. Who you highlighting? Who you looking at?
Defensive line. What's that one guy? His name was. He had like a little play for himself. The Tagovailoa guy.
Oh yeah, and he stopped a run.
Mm-hmm.
It was a tackle for
I
loss.
want to see more of him, and then throw in Cleve Farrell in there for a couple snaps.
Yo, have we
Vickers.
even seen Cleve Farrell play?
No.
Like I swear we have not seen him play. We've seen Neil Farrell.
Yeah, Neil
But we
Farrell,
haven't
not
seen
Cleve.
Cleve play at all. I mean, I want to know what's going on. I mean, there's no injury news coming out from camp from him. I don't even think I've seen him at camp. Let me see what's going on. But continue, Nate.
And then the last one I want to see, throw in Kendall Vickers in for like a half. I want to see what you can do. And then that's pretty much it. The rest just suck. Not cap.
I'm gonna go with Andrew Billings.
Oh,
Right now, bro, homeboy is late.
he's on starter.
Yeah, he's labeled as a starter. But
He
that's
deserves it.
because we cut it, homeboy.
Yeah.
we cut his homeboy. So I don't even know his name, bro. Like that's crazy. Hold on, I got it here, bro. But yeah, he's defensive tackle one because we cut it Vernon Butler. Like I said, Vernon
Yeah.
Butler was supposed to be he was projected to be a starter, um, and they released him. So I'm seeing, yeah, he's taking that number one spot. But does this mean we're not going to see him in the preseason? I mean, I want to see more out of him. That's the thing. He had like 2 good plays. It's like, man, I want to see more.
Yeah. I just want to see more from everybody. See if we get to see as much people as we can. Look at what
This
they do.
was so. This was from the Bleacher Report. On the 8th, not the 18th, the 28th of July,
So,
and McDaniel says the hope is that neither safety Roderick Teamer nor defensive end Cleveland Farrell dealing with any long-term injury wise. So he might be dealing with the injury. I mean, he says not long term, but bro, like we about to hit a month, and I have not seen this man in practice or
are you
in a
gonna? You
preseason
talking
game.
about Clee?
Yeah, I'm talking about Clee.
No. Yeah.
I haven't seen this. I totally forgot he was on the team.
I want to see mans. I want to see mans, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, you got Vickers. I got Billings. I also want to see more out of Coons. I'm loving what I'm seeing
Oh,
out of him. I'm
bro.
loving what I'm seeing out of him. But I want to see.
He's our 6 man.
I want to see more. I want to see. Can you get 2 sacks? I want to see more pressures because there's times he shows up and then he just disappears. Like no, I want to see. Can you consistently
Bro.
get pressure to the quarterback?
Imagine we have taking billing spot, and then Kuntz is our rotational man. Oh my gosh, bro, Kuntz, I love what you're doing, my boy. Love what you're doing.
Also, another person just to throw in it, Sam Webb. Sam Webb had a couple of lockdown plays. They targeted him, I believe, 2 times, and they were both incomplete passes. He had lockdown coverage
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, but I want again consistency is key. With this season, consistency is going to be very key. Like I said, it's the NFL, but can you be consistent at making important stops? Can you be consistent at making stops?
Yeah,
I'm not saying hold a team to 0 points every single week. Like that's just not going to happen. But can you make stops? Like that's what I'm looking for.
yeah.
I don't
Facts.
expect to see the Dolphin starters. So I mean, with that being said, I think let me see who they got. So the backups we're likely going to see at quarterback is bro, they got Teddy Two Hands or Teddy Two Gloves. I said Teddy Two Hands. Duh, he got Teddy Two Gloves
Oh,
for a Dolphins backup. So we'll probably see Teddy Bridgewater and Skylar Thompson and Sony
bet
PlayStation Michelle. Bro,
we
they
get to
got a run.
see.
Bro, they got a running back room. I'm looking at their roster
They do.
over here, and they got a running back room.
They
They
got
got Chase
they got
Edmonds, Sony
Mostert.
Michelle, and Miles Gaskin.
Didn't they add Mostert?
No,
I'm
no,
tripping
he's
right
not.
now.
He's not on here unless he's
Yeah,
injured.
I might be tripping.
He's probably injured. Um, Interesting wide receivers to see is Cedric Wilson, who was with the Cowboys. He probably will get some playing time. Preston Williams, Trent Sherfield, Eric Exukan. I don't know how to freaking say that name, but I was hearing a lot of buzz about Eric Izukanama. He's wide receiver 7 on the Dolphins depth chart. So that would be a nice to see how is our cornerbacks gonna shape up to him. This man is 6'2", 206 pounds. He's one of the Dolphins draft picks,
Dang.
so I guarantee they probably will put him in to play some snaps. Bro, they got Mohamed Sanu and poor guys wide receiver 8 on their depth chart.
Ooh, that's tough.
Duran Smith, Hunter Long. Their offense, bro, they're gonna have a nice offense this season.
Yeah, they might play.
I mean, that's just the backups. Hold the fucking Alec Ingold is on the team. I didn't even notice that.
That's
I
their
just found that
fullback,
out. Our fullback, bro.
bruh.
I'm gonna miss Alec Ingold. At least he went to a good team though.
Man, their team's
But
kind
yeah.
of stacked.
With that being said, Nate. Prediction, score prediction. You want to do?
Predict. I have in Dolphins. Let's go. Let's go 24 us and 17 them.
All right. I'm gonna go 37.
Teddy Bridgewater getting sacked 3 times.
I'm gonna
Go
say
ahead.
37-20.
Okay.
Only
Oh,
reason I say that is
37.
because I say 37
Who's
because
gonna go crazy? Who's gonna go crazy?
Nick Mullins, bro.
He's gonna be MVP.
Bro, Nick Mullins is gonna. I feel, bro, our offense it has been better in the red zone. It's been better down going down the field now. If Daniel Carlson could just make a freaking PAT,
Oh my
instead of
gosh.
like always making it interesting. He always wants
I think it
like
was cricket.
preseason or
That's
not.
why.
He's like, I want to make it interesting.
I think our
So
poll was
yeah,
cricket.
37-20. I might, probably be having, smoking too much. I'm just kidding. I don't do that. That's my man Garrett over here. You know what? He said this earlier, but if he was in the chat now, this is probably what his response would be.
For real. Probably to anything.
For real, his response would be that. No, I just think our offense is gonna score more points, and our defense, I feel, is gonna have a good game. We're gonna get 4 sacks, and I want to see can we get more turnovers? Again,
Yeah, can we catch these
the
balls?
opportunities were there last week,
Can we
and
catch these balls, bro?
we couldn't. We're like pause there.
Pause.
Catching balls, pause.
Wow.
Super pause.
Super
But no, really, we need to come down with those ints. I want to see, like, what I'm liking is that this shows that Patrick Graham is putting our players in position to make plays. They just got to make it. They just got to make it. Real quick, guys, before we log out, really quick. There's more breaking news out of the NFL. I'm seeing it right here, right in front of me. Deshaun Watson, his suspension has been extended, but just extended to 11 games and a $5 million fine. He is eligible to return Week 13 at the Texans. I'm really not going to give my opinion on this, other than the NFL.
You played yourself, Deshaun Watson. That's tough.
That and the NFL, bro. Y'all ain't shit. Bro. Y'all ain't shit, bro.
You ain't gonna do it for a year, bro. That's just tough.
Like, they really ain't shit, bro. But anyways, guys, don't forget, on your way out, bro, leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and if you know someone who loves Raiders as much as we do, man, share that link around. Hit the bell to be notified when we go live, when we drop a new video. And as always, bro, go Raiders!
Yes, sir.